This video is sponsored by Caleb and Brown. They help their clients buy, sell, and swap cryptocurrencies with a 24/7 personal broker service. Sign up today. Now move on to our final news article on a crypto CEO losing literally like $500,000 to his best friend via Wi-Fi. So this kind of makes you think on like where you should like log into websites with crypto wallets and out there. So it's like you don't want to be logging into like a Starbucks, as you know it's not secure there, or even a McDonald's Wi-Fi. But yes, let's go through this article about the crypto CEO who loses $450,000 to a best friend after connecting to his Wi-Fi. A proximity breach is a rising trend when someone exploits someone close to them to steal money, this time through a Wi-Fi network. So I've always heard about this before, but never really seen it happen. So I guess this is the first time I actually get to hear about it and how they specifically did it. So let's find out together. The former CEO of an emerging crypto project lost $450,000 to his best friend simply by connecting to his Wi-Fi network. This was part of what is an emerging trend called a proximity breach, noted by anti-money laundering firm AML Bot. Now, Tom, whose full identity must remain hidden due to the AML Bot's investigation policy, left a crypto company and sold his stake for $500,000. This represented most of his net worth as he moved from Europe to a country in Asia. During his time living in the new country, he became close friends with a well-known local over a year and a half. Now, one night, Tom was caught in a rainstorm that caused water damage to his phone. And once he managed to get his phone working again, he re-entered his seed phrase and he realized that his life savings were gone. Oof, like that's always a scary, scary thing. He was like, I come from a non-drinking family, and I decided that day that I was going to start drinking, and I was drinking heavily for like a week and a half, Tom told Decrypt on a video call. I was asking ChatGPT about effing ways to make money because I wasn't planning on doing any work. Now, Tom spoke to a local who had become his best friend, and he recalled him saying, "Oh no, I can't believe that would happen to you. Keep me updated on the story." At the same time, the best friend was trying to rent one of his properties to the former CEO while pretending to have no clue about the exploit. Tom made contact with AML Bot because he wanted help recovering his crypto funds. Fortunately, the firm was able to quickly track down the funds back to a Binance account. The AML Bot contacted the centralized exchange to freeze the funds and hand over the details about the case. Now, Binance does not reveal the identity of the account or the size of the frozen assets in cases like this. Instead, Tom and AML Bot had to figure that out together. By walking through the days leading up to the exploit from this investigation, the firm determined that the Tom's best friend was compromised by the former CEO's device by getting Tom to connect to his Wi-Fi network. Now, this is a part of a rising trend called proximity breach scam. AML Bot claims to have recorded 7 cases that fall under this category over the past 3 months, and this includes 13 Bitcoin being stolen by a victim's girlfriend and 300,000 being swiped by a victim's brother. Now, pig butchering scams out there we all know about, the romance scam and whatnot, but by contrast require an individual making contact with someone and forming a relationship with them with the sole intention of scamming. But with proximity breach, scammers simply take advantage of someone who is close to them. Fortunately for Tom, his attacker didn't hide their tracks very well, but that isn't always the case out there. Now, Bubble Maps told Decrypt that if the attacker had used a coin mixer, which obfuscates the sender and receiver of crypto tokens, AML Bot would likely not have been able to track the funds. Equally, certain centralized exchanges have become popular among scammers as they do not cooperate with firms such as AML Bots. Now, before AML Bot takes on a case, they conduct a pre-assessment to decide if they can help the victim. Factors like the victim being in a sanctioned jurisdiction, the local law enforcement being historically difficult to deal with, or the stolen funds being swapped to privacy coins would mean the firm wouldn't take on the case. Now, once the AML Bot takes on a case, it claims to have a success rate of ranging from 60 to 75%, depending on how quickly the victim's contacts the firm. Now, unfortunately, in this profession, we come across at least 10 victims every day, Jane told Decrypt. Sometimes the funds are swapped to privacy coins, sometimes they're taken to privacy protocols, adding, even if we have the best of intentions, even if we want to help them, sometimes we just cannot. So yeah, so if someone uses that or a coin mixer, like it cannot help you in just even the worst cases out there. But AML bot refused to give details about how this occurred due to fears the exploit will grow in popularity. An on-chain analytics company, BubbleMask, confirmed to Decrypt that this is possible in a variety of ways. The exploit likely gave the attacker control of the actual device, and they said that rather than access to Tom's data. Now, aside from the usual security measures, such as using two-factor authentication, AMLBot recommends that you never access crypto sites or wallets using a public Wi-Fi network. Exactly. So never do that. Just use your own. That's it. That way you know you're safe. Now, on top of this, the firm recommends enabling notifications for when transactions take place on your account so you can be alerted as soon as possible. After the firm felt confident that the CEO's best friend had robbed him, it used a fake account to make contact with the scammer on Facebook. He was actually a real estate consultant, so I told him I was looking to invest in real estate. And Mal Jane, AML bot lead investigator for the case, told Decrypt that Jane eventually got the scammer's Telegram account where he applied pressure, threatening to go to the police if he didn't comply. Now, eventually, I told him I was actually an investigator with AMLBot, and we know what you did to your friend Tom, Jane explained, because Binance made that block. He was also aware that action was being taken, and he was already scared. So when he found out that we understood that it was him, he cracked in, I think, 15 or 20 minutes later. Now, a month later, $380,000 have been returned to Tom, and the scammer had already spent the rest of the money. Tom had reached a settlement to be paid the final $70,000 over the coming months. He said that greed just overcame him, he just lost control, and Tom told Decrypt it's the first time anyone ever robbed anything from me, and that isn't a lighter. I'm just very surprised. So be careful out there where you log into your crypto wallets or crypto exchanges out there. Just don't do it on a public area. It's like, especially like I said, McDonald's, Starbucks, Taco Bell, DMV, even airports out there. It's like, just to be very careful and just when you do all that stuff. So yeah, but I'm bummed that this article didn't say how the proximity breach actually happened, because that's what I really want to know, so I can help you guys like just be aware of it, how it happens. Like they said they didn't want to share it because like it could be exploited by many other people out there. So I've got to do some research and learn a little bit more about this, because I want to make sure I'm keeping my assets safe. So, and I just really want to share that with all of you so that way I know you guys are safe too. But that was it for all these news articles. Woo!